welcome to room 110. I'm Lisa Viscondo. I am your child's teacher for this year. They're going to be able to call me Mrs. V, and I have a new assistant this year. Her name is Mrs. Wink, and we're really excited to be working together. So I'm gonna go over a few things that are going to go on in the course of the year and talk about lunch and snack and drop off and pick up and basically what the aim is for the year. And so if you ever have any questions or concerns, you can kind of look back on the video, or you can email me or text me through the Remind app, and we can go from there. So first things first, I am going to tell you a little bit about myself. I moved to Pennsylvania 6 years ago. I'm from New York. So I have a 7th grader, and I have a 4th grader. So I'm a full-time mom and full-time teacher. This is my 4th year at Gloria Day. I took last year off to do the lovely homeschool and hybrid and all that fun stuff. So I'm super excited to be back in the classroom. I kind of pride myself on the classroom being really fun. I love doing experiments. I love glitter. I love slime. I love all the fun things that most parents don't like at home. So we get our hands dirty. We do really fun activities. I try to incorporate yoga in our daily schedule at some point throughout the day. I practice mindfulness, which is really a cool concept to, introduce to the younger kids. What else do we do? So I kind of just pride myself on fun, very fun atmosphere. So I'm super excited to be back in the classroom. I missed it a lot, and So our class is Monday through Friday. Our drop off and pickup will be at the back door, which you will see during orientation. You're not allowed in the building yet. Children have to wear masks. It's state mandated. We will be in masks as well. And I'm going to try my best to be outside as much as I can, as far as maybe learning, in hopes that eventually we can take the masks off. What else? Oh, lunch is between 12 o'clock and 12:15. For lunch, it has to be a packed lunch. I cannot warm anything up. So what I usually suggest is those thermoses that you can put mac and cheese or chicken nuggets. It does keep the hot lunch hot. I just can't warm anything up for you. What else? No soda, obviously, no seltzer. What else? It has to be a full packed lunch. I know that kids are picky, trust me. But anything that's snacky food, we kind of steer away from. They need a real, nutritious lunch as much as possible. Let's see, what else? Oh, our library time is on Thursdays. So what'll happen there is we will take the children up. I will read them a story. We'll talk about the story, and then the kids get to actually pick library books. And then they get to take them home, and then they return them the following Thursday and do the same thing over again. It's a great experience to get them really introduced to that style of library, especially going into kindergarten the following year. Let's see, what else? Obviously masks are required. Email, I am totally accessible via email or the Remind app, which I will send a request for everybody to join me on. I will send pictures and updates, and I'm really good at communication like that. So obviously keeping in mind that if I don't email you back right away, I'm obviously a mom, also full-time mom. So, but I'm very good at communicating back and forth. If you ever have any concerns or questions or anything like that, always feel free to contact me, and I will email you back in a timely fashion. We practice, so as far as the aim of the school year is my role is to prepare your children for kindergarten. What does that look like? It looks like counting and letters and exploring and learning to communicate and learning to follow rules and instruction and sitting in circle time. Over the course of the year, you'll see that I'll explain to you that our circle time gets a little longer. Why? When they get to kindergarten, they sit a little longer. So during circle time, we really, do a lot of talking. We do the letter of the week. We do counting, we do the calendar and the weather, and a lot of like exploring and talking and communicating with one another. I do this thing called the question of the day, which every day during circle time I have this question that I think of, and they have to, you know, tell me the answer. So the question of the day is, do you like ice cream? And it's really for them to learn to start to communicate. Yes, I like ice cream. We learn to tally and we learn to count, and I really incorporated all that in to try to really broaden the, you know, the idea of circle time and community. It's really like, oh, you like ice cream? Oh, I don't. Oh, and the kids love it. So I do that. I incorporate yoga into our daily, you know, activity at some point. I think it's super important. The kids love it. It's a time to just like calm down. I also use like mindfulness, and if you're not familiar with it, it's really a very great tool. It's really being aware of what's going on, and I think it's important for kids to, you know, be really like in tune with, you know, what's going on around them. I noticed that the kids like really gravitated towards the yoga and gravitated towards that, so I'm sticking with that. What else? The letter of the week is, the way I do it is I start with A and go to Z. So every week we will focus on the letter, the sounds, things that start with that letter. We really like start to explore what that sound in the letter and all the corresponding things that go with it. Your child will have a weekly journal, and in that journal we will do the letter of the week page, and then on Friday we do a journal entry, and they pick something that starts with the letter that we've worked on all week, and then they write a story. Now, the beginning of the year, I write it. They're going to tell me. Again, it's a lot of like learning to communicate and, you know, thinking and exploring and making up stories, and it's really fun. And by the end of the school year, you'll be amazed. They're writing it themselves. It's mind-boggling, I know, but it happens. My role is not to teach your children how to read. My role is to make sure that they're ready and prepared for what kindergarten has in store for them. So it's, again, following rules, directions, being kind, learning to help other people, learning to write your name, learning to hold a pencil right and color the right way, and doing projects and following step by step. So that's really our aim for the year. Again, any questions or concerns or anything, I'm always like available for conversation. What else am I forgetting? We do, oh yes, snack. So we also provide snack. Usually I used to do a sign up where like people can bring in snack. Unfortunately, we can still do that. Unfortunately, everything has to be like prepackaged because of COVID protocols. You can't make anything at home, also due to allergies and stuff like that. So if you would like to, you know, send in boxes of, you know, bags of little pretzels individually, that would be great. Goldfish, pirate's booty, like all that kind of stuff, we can do that. Birthdays, we do celebrate birthdays. So before COVID, I used to have the parent come in and read a story. Unfortunately, we can't do that. So you can send in your child's favorite story with them and I will read it. And you can send in a treat, meaning, again, pirate's booty, you know, anything prepackaged, and we will make the best of it. And it's always fun. And the kids love it, and we sing, and they have a crown, and they kind of get to, you know, be the leader for the day. The kids, I do have jobs for the children. We rotate them every day. So one day your child may be the line leader, and then they may not have a job for another week, and then they may be the, you know, snack helper. And so again, it's teachers' responsibility and all of that kind of stuff that's super important moving forward to being ready to go to kindergarten. What else? I ask that you bring in a spare change of clothes for your child in a Ziploc bag with their name labeled on it. We keep it. Accidents happen. They do, whether it's even spilled water or a potty mishap. Either way, it's always good to have extra clothes on hand. What else? We decorate bags, so you don't need to send in a backpack. You don't need to send in a folder. I don't provide homework or any of that kind of stuff. There are things that I will ask, you know, as far as like little projects that we'll do, like please bring in like the color that starts with blue. Again, it's a lot of like trying to get them to communicate and learn to speak in front of their class and all of that kind of stuff. So yeah, if you do have any questions or concerns, you can totally email me. Like I said, I'll get back to you. I'm beyond excited to meet everybody. I'm beyond excited to get back into the classroom and do all the fun things. And as always, we will make the best of whatever circumstances. I hope everybody can, provide a little bit of grace and flexibility, because obviously things sometimes don't go as planned. So yeah, that's it. Thanks again, and I'm super excited to meet you all.